Hi everyone, welcome to practice. Let's come to a nice easy cross-legged. Maybe you're sitting on a cushion or a throw, and have a little wiggle from side to side so the weight becomes even on both seat bones. Lovely long spine with the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then from here, just gently close those eyes, soften the face, the shoulders, the elbows. And then from here, just a few rounds of your natural breath. If you want to keep that wiggle going, please do so. And then just slowly bring that right lower arm to that right thigh, coming to just a nice easy side stretch. And then inhale, slowly float up and over, keeping the arms, hands, shoulders soft. And then slowly come back up and over to the right again. Just keep everything nice and soft. And then slowly come up and over to the left. Just that natural breath, soft and easy. One more easy side stretch each side. And slowly meet up with a lovely long spine. Bring one hand behind you, then the other arm on my fingertips. Slowly sitting up tall, lift that chest up. Just a gentle chest opening. Checking that we're not jutting that chin up and allowing the head to fall back. Maybe a little wiggle. Eyes are still closed. And slowly come all the way back up. Take a nice deep breath in, nice and easy exhale. And just slide the palms to the knees. Just going to do a few seated cats to sit up nice and tall, weight even on both seat bones. And on your next exhale, rounding into a seated cat. So imagine you're making like a little C shape. And then when you're ready to inhale, restack the vertebrae one by one. Just bring the crown of the head towards the ceiling without jutting up the chin. And exhale, cat, making that C shape of the spine. Again, work with your own range of movement. Inhaling, restacking vertebrae one by one. Lovely long spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. One more. And then sit up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in. Float the arms, fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, palms meet. Slowly bring the hands down, maybe to heart center, maybe to the belly. Soften the shoulders and the fingers. And just bring the awareness to the breath. Following the breath as it flows in through the nose and as it flows out. And slowly bring the breath so that you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then bring your awareness to the breath flowing in through the nose. Feel the rib cage expand with that inhale. And bring awareness to the breath flowing out through the nose and the rib cage softening with that exhale. So just keep the awareness on the movement of the body as you're sitting here still. So the inhale, wide and full, rib cage expands. And as you exhale out through the nose, rib cage softening down. Just feel those rib cage drawing in, softening in. You've got the option to place the hands on the rib cage if you want to. Just focusing on the breath for a moment or two. Wherever you are, we'll all meet with our hands at heart at prayer. So up nice and tall. Then a gentle hug into the midline. So gentle activate those deep tummy muscles. And just an easy twist to the right. And just slowly flutter your eyes open. Just a small twist. And then slowly come back to centre. And then twist over to the left. I'm not mirroring you at this moment in time. And then slowly come back to centre. Gentle twist to the right. Maybe float the fingertips to the floor. Or maybe left hand to the right knee. And then slowly float that right hand up and over to the left knee. Remember, I'm not mirroring you. And then just roll it forward. Maybe the lower arms are resting on the thighs. Maybe a little bit further forward. Just checking to see how you feel. And then inhale, slowly sit up nice and tall. Bring those fingertips behind you. Open up the chest. And then slowly come back up. Bring the hands through to prayer. Gentle twist to the left. Maybe pause in here, maybe float the fingertips to the floor, or maybe bring in the right hand to that left knee. And then slowly float that left arm up and over to the right knee, and then just roll it forward, pause in here. Inhale, slowly come up, fingertips behind you, or maybe the palms to the floor. Lift up that chest, opening out that chest. And then from here, I'm just twisting round, bringing my palms behind me. Fingertips can face forward or out to the side, whichever feels comfortable for your wrists. Sit up nice and tall, and just gently roll the knees from side to side. Checking that they're not C-shape in that spine, that lower back. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe that gentle hug in. And then from here, we're transitioning down to the floor. I'm just going to grab a drink. Once you get down to the floor, you're going to be lying flat on your back with your knees bent. Let's just bring our awareness to our body. So feet about hip width apart, spreading the toes wide, big toe mounds in contact with the floor, knees are bent going in the direction of the toes, the knees not falling in or falling out. Check that pelvis is neutral, so that we're not pressing the lower back into the floor. Just have that sacrum with the vertebrae fuse in contact with the floor. Backs of the shoulders, shoulder blades, back of the head. So the chest is open, so you're broad across the collarbones. And just bring your arms down to the floor. So they're not too close to the body, but just so that you can help open that chest and allow the shoulders, backs of the shoulders be in contact with the floor, front of the shoulders open. Lovely long spine, lengthen the neck, soften the fingers and the hands. Gentle hug into the midline. Now keeping that pelvis in neutral, coming into a leg float. So float that right foot off the floor, right knee, right hip, or maybe you don't come up that high. And then float that foot down, left leg float. Checking that you're keeping that pelvis in neutral. And keep the movement slow, so you're floating up, slow float down. So just going to carry on, alternating between a right leg float and a left leg float. Keep that upper body nice and relaxed, just that gentle hug in. So that gentle hug is that gentle brace, that gentle drawing into the midline. Checking in with the breath. So try and breathe if you can to the sides and the back of the rib cage. So that's that slow full, slow wide inhale, soft easy exhale, hopefully through the nose. That's sometimes during the year when we have our colds and we're a bit bunged up, so if you can't do that, then that is no problem. Let's kneel with both feet down to the floor, checking in with those feet. Connect the feet to the earth. Keep that pelvis in neutral, push down for the feet. Use those glutes, low bridge. Check that pelvis in neutral. No tension in the neck or the head. Pause in here. If you need to manually check to see if those glutes are firing up, please do so. And then coming into alternate heel raises. So I'm raising my right heel off the floor, lowering it down, and then the left. So just keep that pelvis in neutral. And just keep it nice and slow. Right heel, and then left. Check that the knees aren't rolling in or out. Now if any time you need to rest, please rest. And at any time during our practice day you need to modify, please modify. If you need to rest, you just either come to child's. If we're standing, maybe come to mountain pose. You can come to easy cross-legged or kneeling, whichever feels comfortable for you. So we're really firing up those glutes now, maybe feeling the calves working. Those deep tummy muscles are working to stabilise that pelvis. And I've lost count, but never mind, let's do 2 more. So 2, 2, 1, and 1. Pause here, both heels down, and then just slowly roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae, upper back, lower back, pelvic tilt, back to neutral. Pause in here. From here, lift the head up. We're coming into our abdominal curls or ab curls. Now we will be layering up, so at any time if you need to come back or stay at the first layer, please do so. Just checking in with how you're feeling. Allow the elbows to point up towards the ceiling, keep that pelvis in neutral. Now throughout our ab curls, we're going to check that we're not pulling on the head and neck. We're just going to allow the head to press into the hands, resting into the hands. When we curl up, we'll do that on an inhale, and we'll make sure that we're not doming our belly. We'll curl up on an exhale and curl down on an inhale. So it's an exhale up, check that you're not pulling on the head or neck, check that you're not doming the belly, inhale, slowly curl down. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, wide and full. Exhale, curl up, maybe you can curl the shoulder blades off the floor, checking with the head and neck. Inhale, curling down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, curl down. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, curl up. Check not doming that belly. Inhale, curl down. We're adding on. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Foot to the floor. Inhale, down. Exhale, curl up. Left leg flow. Foot down. Curl it down on that inhale. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Curl it down. Exhale up. Leg flow. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Curl it down. Curl it up. Left leg flow. Inhale, lower. Adding on. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Rotate right, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch. And then from here, body to centre. Leg flow. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Leg flow. Rotate left. Centre. Foot down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Rotate right. Centre. Foot down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Left leg flow. Rotate left. Body centre. Left foot down. Inhale, lower. Adding on. Exhale, curl up. Leg flow. Rotate right. Float the left heel off the floor so you're balancing on the ball of the left foot. Centre. Feet to the floor. Inhale, lower. Well done. Exhale, curl up. Left leg flow. Rotate left. Float the right heel off the floor. Body centre. Feet to the floor. Inhale, lower. Rest if you need to. Carry on. Exhale, curl up. Right leg flow. Rotate right. Left heel off the floor. Centre. Feet down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up. Left leg flow. Rotate left. Right heel lift. Body centre. Feet lower. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl up. We're adding on. Rotate right. Leg float, which I forgot to add in. Float the left heel off the floor. Option to bring the ball of the left foot off the floor. Hold it here. And body centre. Feet to the floor. Oh, lower down. I could feel that. Let's curl up. Leg float. Rotate left. Bring that right heel off the floor. Maybe the right ball off the foot. And then body centre.
feet to the floor, inhale down. Let's do one more each side. So curl up, leg float right, rotate right, float that left heel off the floor, then the ball of the foot, the left foot, body centre, float the feet down and roll down. Oh, we've got one more that left side, curl up, leg float, rotate, right heel off the floor, ball of the right foot off the floor, body centre, float the feet down, slowly curl down. Well done, maybe hug those knees in, maybe a little gentle knee roll from side to side. Well done everyone. And then from here, just open out the arms wide, maybe shoulder height a little bit lower, heel toe the feet, maybe shoulder width, maybe mat width apart. We're coming into our active twist. I can still feel that. Let's bring our knees over to the right, but keep that left foot, the ball of the left ball, the whole of that left foot, the sole of the foot in contact with the floor. Activate the glutes, hip extension, so it's our active twist. We've got that gentle hug in. Feel the arches of that left foot firing up, because that left foot is in contact with the floor. So I'm on the outside edge of my right foot. Legs are active, head is in neutral. And just breathe wide and full while opening out the chest. Next inhale, knees to centre, and then slowly keep that gentle hug in, knees to the left. So keeping that right foot in contact with the floor, glutes are on for hip extension. We've got that gentle hug in, knees, knees. Legs are active. Feel the arches of that foot opening out the chest. Active twist. And slowly come all the way up. And maybe come into a full body stretch. You can lengthen out both legs, or you can do one leg at a time. So I've got my left foot in contact with the floor, left knee bent, and I've just extended out my right leg. But you can do both legs. You can extend the arms out, you can make a big, hold the hands and make a big fist, all the arms can be separate, your choice. And I'm just swapping over legs now, lengthening out my left leg, keeping my right foot in contact with the floor, right knee bent. So just different ways you can do your full body stretch depending on how you're feeling. Slowly come back in, and wherever you are, let's just hug those knees in, just a little sway from side to side. That gentle massage on the lower back and the sacrum. And then from here, let's just roll to one side. I'm going to grab a drink, and we're starting off in mountain pose towards the front of our mat. I could really feel those abs, guys. So I'm not sending right to the front, because as we hip hinge down, we're going to be placing our fingers or our hands to the floor. So we will be hip hinging down. Anytime you need to rest, please rest. Or if you need to modify, please modify. So let's bring our feet about hip width apart, spread those toes wide. So it's really good to practice spreading our toes wide, because they spend a lot of the day in our shoes, in my case trainers, with your feet together. So it's good to spread those toes wide. And you can do this throughout the day when you're seated, spreading the toes wide. Feel those big toe mounds connect to the floor. Activate the arches of the feet. So if you think from that heel bone to the big toe mound, little toe mound and back, that little tripod. Knees are slightly soft. Maybe they need to be bent to keep that pelvis in neutral. Arms are at the side, lovely long spine. Check in that the head's not forward or you're jutting that chin up. We will be hip hinging, so the movement from the hip joint with the glutes floating back. So take a nice deep breath in, float the arms up. As you exhale, bring the hands through to heart center, soften the knees, allow the hips to float back, hinging. Maybe bend those knees a little bit more to bring the fingertips to the floor. Right foot back, right knee down, top of the right foot down, slowly coming up into your kneeling 90-90 lunge. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, have a lovely long stretch here. So push down to the top of that right foot. Gentle activation of the right glute, keep that pelvis in neutral. Slowly bring the hands down through to heart center. Keep that gentle hug in, gentle rotation to the left. You can pause here, you can open out the arms.
And then just slowly bring the hands back to heart center, come back to center, plant the hands, tuck the toes, right knee off the floor, step back, high plank, lower the knees to the floor, let's set our base, shoulders are over the wrists, check that you're not sinking the hips to the floor, they're lifting up to that pelvis in neutral, gentle hug in. We will lower down to cobra. As we lower down, we'll keep the chest open. Now the chest won't come completely to the floor, we will lower down into our baby cobra. So take a nice deep breath in, soften and start to bend the elbows, lower down, one piece, gentle hug in. So you'll find that you're automatically in that baby cobra, where some of you may need to stay. You can keep the toes tucked if that feels more comfortable for your feet, or tops of the feet in contact with the floor. Gentle activation of the glutes. And then just energetically pull back on that mat, feel the shoulder blades slide into the midline, chest floats forward, low cobra. I'm staying low. And then as I exhale, I'm just softening slightly, baby cobra, tucking my toes, pushing up to my knees, and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pushing up through the arms, lengthen the armpits, relax the head and neck. Lovely long spine, so imagine you're making that inverted V, that upside down V. Soften the knees and don't worry about the heels to the floor, because we want to concentrate on keeping that pelvis in neutral with that lovely long spine. Take a nice deep breath in, nice and easy exhale, and then either step or slide that right foot forward, lower the left knee to the floor, toes tucked, slowly coming up into 90-90, low lunge. Have a lovely long stretch here. And then exhale, right palm, right thigh, float the left hand to the floor, belly to the right, coming into that twisted kneeling twist. Pause in here, maybe releasing that left ear towards the shoulder. We don't want any tension in our neck, just pause in here. And then slowly come back to center, right fingertips to the floor. Shift the weight into that right foot, bring the left knee off the floor, step it forward, that halfway lift. Bending those knees, allow the hips to float back, lengthen that spine, looking down towards the floor, crown of the head, pointing forward. Weight in through both feet, push down through the feet, hip hinge all the way up with a lovely long spine. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, hands through to heart, hinge it forward. Fingertips or hands to the floor, step the left foot back, left knee down, top of the left foot down, 90-90, knee and lunge. Sweep the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now the hands do not have to be right by the ears, they can be wide if that feels comfortable for you. You can soften those elbows if you need to. Slowly bring the hands down through to heart center. Keep that gentle hug in, just to help keep that pelvis in neutral so the hips are pointing straight ahead. Twist to the right, just that gentle twist, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch. Maybe open out the arms. So when we're twisting, we're going to twist back to center from that thoracic spine, that mid part of the body here. Slowly come forward, plant the hands, step that right foot back, high plank, shoulders over the wrists, lower the knees to the floor, spread the fingers wide, broad across the collarbones. Lower it down in one piece, keep that gentle hug in, activate the glutes, energetically pull back on the mat, either baby cobra or low cobra. Feel the shoulder blades slide into the midline, firing up those glutes. And soften down, tuck the toes, push up to the knees, and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then just check your bases, pushing up through the arms, so those arms are energized, relax the head and neck. And then from here, left foot, step or slide it forward. Bring the right knee to the floor. Tuck the right toes. Slowly come up and reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lovely long stretch. And then exhale, left palm, left thigh. Right hand to the floor. Right shoulder, right wrist. Twisting to the belly to the left. Leaning back into that right shoulder blade. Checking in with that head and neck. Maybe releasing the ear to the shoulder. And then from here, come back to center, left hand down, I've got my fingertips down, right knee off the floor, step it forward, halfway lift. So lengthen out that spine, weight even through both feet, allow the glutes to float back, keep the spine long, push down through both feet,
And then just going to hip hinge all the way up with a lovely long spine. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And then exhale, arms can stay long or hands through to heart center, hinging forward. And then step right foot back, right knee down, top of the right foot down, 90-90 kneeling lunge. That gentle hug in, right glute is on, hips pointing straight ahead. Float the arms down to shoulder height, soften the shoulders, bow and arrow. So the palms can stay open, or you can make a light fist. So gently draw back on the string. So imagine you're pulling back the string, that right arm, slight rotation, and then slowly come forward. So you're looking straight ahead, and then just pulling back, slight rotation, hips are pointing straight ahead, slowly come forward. Let's pull it back, slowly forward, last one, holding it here, maybe extend that arm out. So you've got that slight twist going on here, and then slowly come back, float the hands to the floor, high plank, option to bring the knees straight to the floor, just stay here for a moment. Shoulders are over the wrists, so shoulder blades are in neutral, check that not just in the chin up, or dropping the head down. Pelvis is in neutral, knees are slightly soft, push back through the heels, lower the knees down. We'll all lower with our knees down in one piece. Cobra, check that those glutes are on. As you exhale, just soften slightly, tuck the toes, push up to the knees, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in here. Nice and easy exhale. Step that right foot forward, lower the left knee, right palm, right thigh. You may need to adjust that left arm. Coming into a twist, kneeling twist to the right. You can pause here with the palm of the thigh or extend the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. So we're not leaning back with the arm, we're reaching up towards the ceiling with that arm. Left shoulder, left wrist, leaning back into that left shoulder blade, reaching up for the right fingertips. And on your next exhale, slowly come back to your low lunge, step it forward, halfway lift, and then hip hinge all the way up. And as you exhale, not coming straight back down, lower the hips back, chair, push down through the feet, slowly come up and release. I'm bringing my arms to shoulder height, but they can stay high, and then push down, slowly come up. And then you can come down low, or you can be higher. Slowly come all the way up. And now we're going to exhale, hinge it forward, step that left foot back, top of the left foot down. Slowly come up, 90-90, kneeling lunge. Gentle hug in, gentle activation of the left glute, arms shoulder height, soften the shoulders, and then bow and arrow, so pull back with that left arm, that twist, but the hips are square on, come back, and then pull back, so that slight twist, and then pull back, and this time we'll pull it back, nice and strong, maybe extend that left arm at the elbow, and then slowly come all the way back, plant the hands, left knee on the floor, step slide it back, high plank. Now set your base. Either knees can come down or you can stay high, shoulder blades in neutral, gentle hug in. You can pause here, or you can bring the knees down, or you can slowly and carefully lower down, coming into Cobra. And then from here, slowly soften down, tuck the toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. Set your base in your dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice and easy exhale. Step or slide that left foot forward, lower the right knee down, kneeling twist to the left. Option to extend the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, checking with that right shoulder, right wrist, reach up through the left fingertips. Checking with the head and neck. And exhale. Left fingertips down, low lunge, step it forward, halfway lift, hip hinge, all the way up, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, allow the hips to float back, chair.
And then slowly come all the way up. And chair. I'm releasing my arms and bringing my fingertips up, but you don't have to do that. So just do whichever chair feels comfortable for you. Last one. Lovely long stretch here. And release the arms down to the side of your body. Take a nice deep breath in, nice long easy exhale. I'm just grabbing a drink. You can stand in mountain pose, checking in with the feet, connecting to the earth through the feet. So from here, we'll be adding on so let's come to our mountain pose, soften the knees, pelvis in neutral. Take a nice deep breath in, float the arms up. And as you exhale, lower back chair, bring the hands through to heart center, gentle twist to the right. Inhale, slowly float back up. Weight even through both feet, lower into chair, lower the hips, the float back, checking with the knees, hands through to heart, gentle twist left. Slowly coming up. Now if you don't want to bring your hands through heart, as you twist, you can just allow the arms to float along by the side of the body. Slowly come up, and then coming into your chair twist to the left, checking with those knees. And then one more. Each side. Slowly come up. Hip hinge all the way down, plant the hands, and then from here, let's step straight back into our plank. Pause in here in our plank. Your option is to lower all the way down to cobra or maybe upward facing dog. In your cobra, if you want to come to half locust, you can extend the arms back behind you. Palms can face in or down towards the floor, activate those glutes. And then slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders and we'll all meet up in our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice long easy exhale. From here, swivel the heels to the right. Either soften those knees or maybe bend those knees so that you're coming into like a down dog squat. Slowly lengthen out the knees, swivel to centre, heels to the left. Soften the knees or bend the knees. Weight even through both hands. Slowly lengthen out the legs, swivel back to centre. Heels right, soften or bend the knees. Weight even through both arms. Slowly come up, heels to the left, and bend. Slowly back to centre, one more time, right. Slowly back to centre, one more time, left. Slowly come back to centre. Step or slide that right foot forward, keep that left foot off the knee, off the floor, maybe. Bring that left hand back so it's underneath the shoulder, come into a low lunge twist. If it feels too much, you just lower that left knee to the floor. Pause in here, reaching up through the fingertips, keep that gentle hug in. Definitely check in with that shoulder and that wrist. And then from here, fingertips to the floor, low lunge. Left foot, swivel it round so the toes face the long edge of the left side of the mat. We're slowly coming up, so climb up if you need to. Coming into warrior two, set your base with the legs, adjust your knees, warrior two. That was hard work, well done everyone. Let's meet here, check back in with the breath. Keep that gentle hug in, check that pelvis in neutral, soften the shoulders. And from here we're just floating back to our reverse warrior. Slowly come back to centre. Inhale, lengthen that right leg, maybe the fingertips point up to the ceiling, maybe they don't come up high. And exhale, warrior two. And then slowly coming through, side angle, whichever version of side angle you want to do. Fingertips up towards the ceiling or bicep by the ear, or the hand just here at the hip. And then inhale, slowly float back. Warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften, warrior two. Take a breath in here. Exhale, reverse it. And then just slowly float back up. Inhale here. Nice exhale. And let's inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Pause in here. Exhale, side angle. Whichever version of side angle you want to do, just check that you're rolling that belly open. Slowly come up to warrior two, float the arms down, and then just bring that belly round to face forward, coming into crescent. So checking that you're on two lines, not one. We'll all meet up with our fingertips maybe pointing up towards the ceiling, pelvis in neutral, that gentle hugging into the midline. Pause in here, checking in with that front knee. Feel the connection to the floor through the feet. Slowly bring the hands through to heart center, keep that gentle hug in, and then just hinge it forward, keep chest open, shoulder blades in neutral, lovely long spine, push down through the feet, slowly come up. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maybe you can really feel that front leg working. Exhale, hands through to heart, hinge it forward. And then inhale, slowly come up, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands through to heart, hinge it forward. Gentle rotation. Maybe you can rest the left elbow on top of that right thigh. Don't worry if the hands don't stay at heart center. We're not forcing the twist. And then just pause in here. Now from here, we're going to step the left foot forward, coming into our chair twist. So shifting the weight forward onto that right foot, soften that left leg, and then step or slide it forward. So you come into that chair twist. Quite a tricky transition. Hips are floating back. Well done. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chair twist to the left. Inhale, up. And then twist to the right. I'm not keeping my hands at heart. You can if you want to. Inhale, up. Hips float back. Twist to the left. Slowly come up. And let's twist to the right. And then coming up to left. And then slowly push down for the feet, slowly come up, soften the knees, hips float back, hinging forward. And then from here, step the left leg back, right leg back, coming into your high plank. Check your base, shoulders over wrists. Option to stay in high plank or lower the knees to the floor. Check that you're not sinking the hips. And you can either come to upward facing dog or you can join me in low cobra, transitioning into locust. And I'm now floating my feet and lower legs off the floor. So my glutes are firing up, my shoulder blades are sliding into the midline. Exhale, hands under the shoulders, and then we'll all meet up in our downward facing dog. Well done, take a nice deep breath in. Nice long easy exhale. And then set your base. From here, we've got those little twists and our little squats and down dog. Gentle hug in. Up on the ball of the feet, swivel the heels to the left. Bend the knees, weight even through both arms. Slowly lengthen, centre. Heels to the right, bend or soften. And then slowly come up, centre. Heels to the left and bend. And centre and right. Lengthen, centre. One more each side, left. Heels come up, centre to the right. Downward facing dog. Step or slide that left foot forward, coming into low lunge twist. Right shoulder, right wrist. Belly round to the left. Right palm to the floor. Left palm to the thigh or fingertips up towards the ceiling. Reaching up through those left fingertips. Staying nice and strong in that mid area, this core area. Low lunge, fingertips to the floor. Swivel that right foot round to the toe space, the long edge of the mat. And then we'll slowly come up. And we'll meet in a warrior two. So we're all going to wait here for everyone. Set your base. Remember, you can look down that left middle finger or you can look straight ahead. Soften the shoulders, pelvis in neutral, gentle hug in. And breathe. And let's reverse.
Right palm, right thigh, reaching out for those fingertips, checking with that neck, checking that collapsing in that lower back. And come back to warrior two. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen that left leg, and as you exhale, soften down. Take a breath in here. Exhale, side angle, your version of side angle. Rolling that belly open. Inhale, slowly come up to warrior two. Pausing here. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse it. And then inhale, slowly come back. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Exhale, soften. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, coming into your version of side angle. It can vary each time. And then slowly float back up to warrior two. Soften the arms down. Bring the body round to the left. I'll just sweep my arms round just to show you which direction we're coming in. And then we'll meet in high crescent lunge. Set your base, 2 lines, not 1. Maybe soften that back knee or bend it a little bit if you need to keep that pelvis in neutral. Gentle hug in. And then from here, slowly bring the hands through to heart center. Root down for both feet as you hip hinge forward. Broad across the collarbones, lovely long spine, push down for that foot as you slowly come up, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart as you hip hinge forward. And then inhale, slowly come up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Just pause here for a moment. Exhale, hands to heart, hip hinge forward, rotate, resting, if you can, that right elbow onto that left thigh, lengthen out through the spine, crown of the head forward, and just don't force the stretch, just concentrate on keeping that spine long, checking in with that head and neck, head and neck should I say. And then from here, coming into our chair twist, so weight into that left foot, soften that right knee, step it forward or slide it forward, allow the hips to float back, chair twist. Inhale, float up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hips float back, chair twist right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float the hips back, chair twist left. Push down for the feet, slowly coming up, and the hips float back to the right. Slowly come up, keep that gentle hug in, hips float back. Chair twist left, right with your own range of movement. And then to the right, we've got one more to do. Left and right. Slowly come all the way up. Hip hinge all the way forward. Plant the hands and let's step and slide it back to our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in, a nice long easy exhale out through the mouth. And then set your base, checking in with the distance between the hands and the feet. The distance between the hands and the feet. Hands and then the feet, distance of the feet. That didn't make sense. I want you to check the distance between the hands and the feet, and then making sure the distance between the hands feel comfortable for you and the feet feel comfortable for you. Soften those knees. Let's do our down dog squat with our twist. So come onto the balls of the feet, heels to the left, bend the knees so the knees are to the right. Slowly come up and then swivel around, heels to the right, knees to the left. Slowly come up, swivel around and bend. Slowly come up, swivel and bend. Slowly come up, swivel and bend. Slowly come up, swivel and bend. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. And exhale, lower the knees to the floor. Maybe a little wiggle here, or maybe join me in a few rounds of cat-cow. So when you're ready, just start cat-cowing, working with your own length of breath and your own range of movement.
And then just come into that nice easy cow, just being careful with the neck and the lower back. So when you come into cow, try not to lift the chin. Option to lift the head, allow that chest to float through without spilling the belly towards the floor. And then we'll all meet in neutral. And then from here, swivel the hips round, so we'll come and sit on both seat bones, sit up nice and tall. Maybe a gentle windscreen wiping of the knees. I'm just going to grab a drink and then I'm going to show you what we're doing next. So from here, hands can be here or here. Gentle hug in, we're not C-shaping that spine. Then we're going to roll back, so a little bit of a rounding. You can bring the hands through to heart centre and we'll twist to the left. Slowly back up, slowly come up. So your hands can stay here and you can twist from here. You can extend the arms, slowly come back up and twist to the right. Okay, so when you're ready, gentle hug in, soften the shoulders. Whichever hand position feels comfortable for you, you can do a mixture of both. Let's curl down. Hands to heart, twist left to centre, slowly come up, slowly come down, and then twist right and up. Slowly come down and twist left and up, down and right. So you probably can see today why I was calling it a twisted flow, because we've done lots of twists today. So you come down, or rotations. And just working with your own length of breath. Let's see if we can do one more each side. And then just slowly come up. I'm bringing my hands behind me. Fingertips can face forward or out to the side. Float the hips off the floor. Reverse tabletop. Check that you're not dropping the head back. Broad across the collarbones. See if you can lift those hips up. And exhale, slowly soften down. Open out that chest. Maybe a gentle windscreen wiping. Or maybe you'd like to come into an easy cross-legged. Maybe that nice easy side stretch from side to side. Just let the breath slow down for a moment. And then we're going to come into our second set of our V sits. Now from here, let me demonstrate first. Set your base, whether your hands are here or here. Gentle hug in. Slowly come back, bow and arrow. So you're getting that slight rotation. Slowly come forward and up. Come down, just showing you left, bow and arrow. And then slowly come up. So when you're ready, if that feels too much, give it a go. If it feels too much, just do your normal twist. Or if you're tired, you can just bring the hands here and you can just come back and lift up, or you can just do this. Or just come to easy cross-legged and rest. So when you're ready, gentle hug in, slowly come down, bow and arrow, drawing back with that right arm. Slowly bring the arm forward, curl it up. Slowly come down. Left, pulling back on that string. Slowly come forward and up. Down, pull back on that string. And then slowly come up. Come down, left and up. Keep going. Rest if you need to, but keep that gentle hug in. Feel that rotation, trying to keep the pelvis in neutral as much as you can, but keep that gentle hug in. Try to breathe wide and full, keeping those shoulders soft. Let's see if we can do 2 more each side, but you might not be able to, which is fine. Last one each side. And then slowly come up. I'm coming straight into my reverse tabletop. You might not want to, just seeing how you're feeling. And slowly bring the hips down. I'm coming into an easy cross-legged. I'm just doing that easy side stretch. Lower arm to my thigh. Don't worry if you're starting right or left. Or you may just be sitting there breathing.
Well done. I'm just doing one more right, one more left. And I'm just going to float my arms all the way up to the ceiling, have a little wiggle, and then slowly come down, bringing the hands behind you, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. And then from here, just gently roll the knees from side to side. And then see if you can come into that 90-90. Our glute stretch today is going to be in this 90-90. Some people call it mermaid, some people call it dancers. So next time the knees come over to the right, just pause in here. I'm just adjusting my right leg, so my right lower legs, right ankle, right knee. So this left leg, some people can have it back so that the knee is in line with the hips, but for a lot of us that feels uncomfortable. So we can come all the way forward or back a little bit. So that left glute is off the floor, right glute in contact the floor, and then you can just come forward. You can be here on your fingertips, or you can bring the arms down to the thigh, or maybe down to the floor. And just pause in here. I've got my right foot flex and I've got my left foot flex. And just pause in here. Maybe you want to walk over to the right knee, maybe you want to walk over to that right foot. Just checking in whichever feels comfortable for you. You might want to do a few breaths in each of the places, or you might want to just stay forward. And then just allow that breath to slow down. Coming to the end of our practice. See if you can still keep that inhale slow and full. And really soften and really slow down that exhale, maybe through slightly parted lips or out through the nose. Let's do one more breath. And from here we'll just slowly come up, just taking your time. Slowly bring the knees all the way back up, feet flat on the floor, and just gently roll to the left, roll to the right, roll to the left, roll to the right. And when we come over to the left, that's coming to a stretch. I'm just swiveling around to face the camera. So left lower leg is in front, left ankle, left knee, that foot flex. Flex the back foot if you can, and then just adjust that leg to which suits you. Make it slightly different this side. And then when you're ready, you can be here on the fingertips or the palms down to the floor. You can come forward. So just like when we do our regular pigeon. So this is just like a version of pigeon. So just pause in here, whichever position feels right for you. And remember, you've got the option to just gently walk the lower arms so that your body's more towards that left knee. You can have a breath or two here, then walk back to centre, and then you can also walk towards that left foot. So when I do it, I've got my left foot in between my lower arms, and then just check that the head and neck, there's no tension in that head or neck. Maybe you're just staying forward. Just see what you need right now, and just allowing that breath to slow down. Really slowing those exhales down. Maybe the exhales are becoming slightly longer than the inhales. I'm going to apologise for the noise because the children are out on their lunchtime break. And then from here, one more breath. And then we'll just slowly come up and just swiveling back round. Just open out that chest, and then a really, really gentle knee roll. So just keep those feet flat on the floor. And then we're coming down to rest, to relax. I'm just going to sort my mat out. And then we'll all meet, lying on the backs. We'll keep our feet flat on the floor and our knees bent. If you need to grab an extra layer, please do so. And And once you're there, just check in with your base, feet flat on the floor, sacrum in contact with the floor, but not that lower back. Back to the shoulders, shoulder blades. And just bring the palms to face the ceiling. You're on the back of the head, not the crown. And then from here, just gently heel toe the feet so the inner feet, ankles, knees meet. And then very slowly and carefully, knees will start to come out to the side as you slowly bring the soles of the feet together and slow it down. Don't just flop out. A little bit of control. Recline, bound angle. Now staying here, checking in, do you need to move the feet a little bit further away from the body, or are you comfortable as you are? And then I'm just going to float my palms to my belly, but you can keep the arms on the floor if you want to. And then just bring your awareness back to that breath. So that inhale, slow and full. Soft, easy exhale with slightly parted lips. And let's see if we can make our exhale slightly longer than our inhale. So maybe you're inhaling for the count of 2 or 3. And then the soft, easy exhale for maybe 1 more count. Really start to slow that breath down. Lengthening out that exhale. Now, if you'd like to stay here, please do so. If you'd like to lengthen out the legs and come into your corpse pose, Shavasana, please do so. Or maybe it's more appropriate for you to roll onto one side, or maybe not need. Whatever position feels most comfortable. Hands can stay on the belly, or you can just float the hands, lower arms to the floor. Check in that you're broad across the collarbones, the chest is open. And just feel the shoulder blades, back of the shoulders connect to the ground. And then just soften the face, the neck, the chest, the ribs, relax the belly, soften the elbows, the hands, the knees, the feet, the toes. Just know that any time that you need to change position, please do so. But you just do so slowly and quietly so you don't disturb yourself too much. And then just bring your awareness to the body, the whole of the body. And then bring your awareness to the parts of the body that are in contact with the ground, here. Just keep your awareness there for a moment. Feeling that support beneath your body. Bring your awareness back to the breath, that natural breath. No forcing, no controlling. Just breathing calmly, breathing with ease. And just bring awareness back to the whole of the body. And just bring awareness to the crown of the head. And on your next exhale, just feel a wave of relaxation sweeping down from the crown, down the body, the legs to the feet. Let's do that again. Inhale, and as you exhale, a wave of relaxation, crown of the head, body, legs, feet. One more. And just bring your awareness back to that natural breath.
Breathing with calm, breathing with ease. And start to feel the peace, the calm, the stillness. Just enjoy. Just slowly bring awareness back to your breath. And then bring the awareness back to the whole of the body. And then the parts of your body in contact with the ground. And just keep that awareness there, feeling that support beneath your body. And then wherever you are, with the warming up, with my feet flat on the floor, my knees bent, you can stay here. Maybe you'd like to hug the knees in, maybe you'd like to come into a full body stretch. Remembering if you do that full body stretch, you can extend one leg than the other. You can interlace the hands if you want to. You can keep those elbows slightly soft. Just doing whatever feels right for you right now. Whatever feels right for you to come out of your relaxation. And then don't forget, if you're doing a single leg full body stretch, to slowly change legs. Maybe you're doing a full body stretch and joining me, hugging the knees in as well. Maybe you're just laying still. And then very, very slowly and carefully just roll to one side. Just one breath here. And then slowly push yourself all the way up. Maybe grab a block or cushion to sit on. Maybe come to kneeling if that feels more comfortable. And once you get there, have a little wiggle. Whichever position you're sitting in, make sure the weight's even for both seat bones. Lovely long spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Keep those eyes closed. Palms can rest on the thighs or the feet. Just soften the shoulders, soften the face. Just that natural breath. We should finish our practice with an Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Slowly bring the hands through to heart center. Soften the fingers and the shoulders. Keep the eyes closed. Start with a deep breath in and a big sigh out through the mouth. Let's inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you very much for joining me for practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste. And just gently bow forward. Slowly flutter your eyes open so you're gazing at the floor. And then just slowly come all the way back up. Take a nice deep breath in. Big sigh out through the mouth. Thank you, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.